It's a little late to the punch. That's okay. Hello, welcome back to episode 56 of Live in the Prop Shop. I'm your host, Calder Ness, and today, as per the title, we're working on our boots here. We got our boots, and we're gonna paint it. Gonna paint it a booty color, and that's the plan. Very simple. These are like the first pieces of armor I made for Iron Man. And I still really like how they look. I still think it's really cool. Gotta separate this piece so we can paint this guy independently of it. We missed a little bit of silver there. That's okay. We have black paint here. So we'll grab some silver. It's that easy of a fix. If I know where the silver paint is, it's that easy of a fix. There we go. These are kind of all the paints. Yo, what's up? What's up? These are basically kind of all the paints we need. Yes, really. Might as well get them all. There's no point not grabbing all of them. Wow, that is still dark. Didn't do a great job of cleaning these out, I can already tell. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man. The more I look at this, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely one of the first pieces of armor I made. It shows, but I really don't want to remake it, so here we are. Wow. That brush nice and dry. Get this brush nice and mostly dry, probably. Man, oh man, oh man. I mean, you don't have to lie, but I appreciate that you did. Things I should have done off camera before we started. Get my brushes clean. All that jazz, you know? Didn't do it. That's okay. I mean, it's not, but here we are anyways. Don't worry about it. Probably not even going to use this brush again. I don't like it that much. Use clean water. I like how you act like you know what you're talking about. Do us both a favor and don't speak. I should have filled that in. There's like so much wrong with this. We're not going to fix it though. We're just going to cover up our mistakes. That's what paint is for. See how this is all dark and it needs to be more of a silver as per like the rest of it. We're just going to go ahead and bring that silver in. It's going to make it look nice, and it's going to blend in with the normal paint job anyways. So it's going to be fine. This is so easy. Super easy. Yeah, you know it. Master, that comes to me naturally. The whole not remaking or fixing things, but just covering up the problem. That's what a master craftsman does, right? He doesn't actually like do better work next time. Hopefully there won't be a next time. Hopefully this is the last time I ever make stupid, humongous, giant armor. I mean, if it's going to take me 2-3 years, it probably should be the last time. Almost 3 years. 3 years next January. Yikes, I don't even want to think about that. 3 years next January. Thought I was going to have this done in 3 months. That's a lie. At least for sure though, right now, I know that all of the pieces have their base layer of silver spray paint. That is one thing I'm happy to say, which means you really are in the final stages of it. Like it really is almost done. And that's kind of why I want all of these live videos, if I do any, in these next couple of weeks, months. I want them to all be the Mark I because I want more of its final era. Dude, the punny names are like, they take me about 2 seconds, and they're also the part I like the most. Like, it's like, oh, I gotta think of the name for this episode. Let's think like the stupidest, like, it's not just a random pun that comes to me. Like, if you're like me, you like making stupid random puns, and I do. I freaking love them. Like, stupid random puns are the best. So, yeah, just name them the episode title. It's pretty awesome. Some people do not get that. Some people ask, some people don't. I normally have to explain some of them sometimes. The inside of this rim really did not get that much paint in it when I spray painted, so I'm gonna just go in there. Go in there, all nice, like, get it fixed. See how nice and silver that looks? See how there's like basically no difference? Like silver is silver. Like, it's really hard to mess up the difference, no matter how weird our paint is or whatever. I need a piece to put paint on. I've just been dabbing at the inside. What's up, Chad? What's up? Yeah, we need a piece of paper. Wow, that is way more paint than we're probably going to use. Let's put the cap on this sucker. That is yikes. Look at how much paint I decided I needed. Look at that little silver turd. Oh gosh, this is a terrible idea. Here we are. But here we are anyway. Now I've got to use it all. I don't have to use it all, but I'm going to try to find spots on the boot that need silver, because I have just way too much paint that'll just go to waste otherwise. We might as well use it. Might as well. Nice. Outside. Outside. How is this side looking? This side kind of looks fine, to be honest with you. Cool. So we're just gonna place that piece over there. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of paint. Yeah, it is. I noticed. All right, but under this way, this piece didn't get a lot of paint. Make sure I don't put a lot of stress on the back there. So we're gonna give it some paint. And as you can see, under here has no paint, because if I put paint under there, it's all gonna rub off anyways. Which, you know, if it do be like that sometimes. They don't think it'd be like that. I do, definitely do. I do not know what that is. It is really gross, whatever that is. I do not like it. I don't know why I thought I was going to cover up that nasty thing I just saw with paint, but it is not going to happen. Yeah, it's cool, man. Don't worry about it. Watch on your own time. It doesn't have to be live. As long as you enjoy it, that's cool. Not a lot of people have time to watch me sit around for an hour and waste my life. What did I say? What did you say? I said be productive and creative. Yeah, that's what I meant. Look at me. This is a part literally no one will see, but I'm painting it because it's going to bother me if it's unpainted. On the off chance I lift my foot up and like some random person is going to think a thought in their head, and it's going to be like, wow, he really didn't paint the bottom of the boot. I'm not going to paint this big area. I'm just going to paint the foam around the rim. It's still going to wear away all the same though. Like, but you know, cosplay, it's got to be perfect. not perfect, but you know what I mean. Cosplayers try to get everything as up to their standards. And in reality, when you look at a lot of my stuff, you're like, his standards must be really, really low. So why does he keep saying he has high ones? Because he does not. Yeah, I know. We might not actually weather this piece. We might just be doing touch-up silver on it the whole time. Because it looks like it just needs the touch-up silver on it the whole time. Kind of putting paint around this ring here. With each one of these boots, this is the second one I made. Or is this the first one? This is the first one. This is the first one I made. Yeah, I just added a lot. Look at all that unpainted. Oh my gosh. What was I doing when I made this thing? It's so unpainted in so many spots. This might just be what we do. It's just add silver to it, which is kind of boring, I guess, now that I think about it. Bro, we might need more silver paint. This is what we plan on doing with our life. Which it really looks like that's the way it being right now. Wow. This thing's a lot heavier than it looks because there's like a metal plastic boot under all this foam. It's not just foam, it's actually kind of heavy. Which is good because it has weight for me to balance on instead of being nothing, which is cool for when I'm in the armor. People might actually see this front part. It has kind of a lip to it. We're almost working through all our dollop of silver paint. I'm pretty happy about that, actually. Man, oh man. So I'll try to keep it more in frame. I honestly don't spend that much time hunched over this table. I normally bring it all like back here and then I just set stuff on the table for the majority of the time when I work on things. So really, the table doesn't get used a lot, not a whole lot. Yeah, man, that's cool. Did you see that? Did you see that flawless transition? Oh, there are comments. I'm just finding it. Oh, thank you so much. It is legendary. It's the whole actually, it's the whole outfit. It's the whole pants and then sleeping robe thing. It's just really comfortable. And also, you know, the perfect robe in existence. Not saying there is such a thing, but if there were, it'd be this one. It'd be this one. You know, it is awesome though. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Legendary, like Coke milk, right? That's what you're saying. Coke milk. Is that what you mean? I know what you mean. Don't act like I can't read your mind. I can read your mind. Look at all these spots I missed with the silver spray paint. This is a pretty bad job. Oh, wow. 10 out of 10. Freedom. That's right. Freedom. Freedom. Look at how bad of a job I did. Look at how shaky my hands must have been when I went and did this. Wow, that's bad. That is next level bad. That's okay. We're going to hide our mistakes with paint. That's what this episode is about. Don't face your problems or fix your problems. Hide them. Yep. Yep. Now we're in a trouble where I keep painting things, and I can't tell what I painted and what I haven't painted. I really start to freak out. I know I haven't painted under here yet because I can see the fuzzies. So we'll do that. We'll do that because that I know for sure. That I'm like 99.9. I really like how this looks. This little scratch. You can't see that at all. Yeah, it's like impossible to see in the camera. Yeah. Crazy thing about this armor is you can definitely tell I started from the bottom and worked my way up because it looks worse the lower you go. You're like, yeah, that piece was made first, and you can tell they're made years apart because of how much, which I mean is a testament to how much better I got, but it makes me really ashamed to look at some of the armor sometimes. Good night, sis. Under the armor, Tony mostly wears a welder suit, is what it looks like. I don't want to wear a leather like welder suit because it's going to be really hot, and the armor is already going to be super heavy. So what I'm thinking of doing is just wearing clothes that look tan. I, of course, still need to be wearing a long sleeve shirt, and it cannot be a tight long sleeve shirt. It has to be really baggy. And anything I can get that looks like that color, tan or something, but isn't actually made out of leather would probably be the best idea to do it. So it's not heavy, but it still has to have the mass that the big bulky welder suit had. So for sure, I'm going to wear like a pair of tan, baggy, messed up pants. And I can wear a belt with them. Doesn't really matter. And then for like whatever, a white tank top on the total bottom, and then probably another like, yeah, see, it's way too humid. I mean, for like really for anytime you wear it is going to be like a bit much because you're inside a convention center. It's not like you're outside. And you got to also remember, Tony Stark was wearing that because he really didn't have much else to wear. But it was also, he was in the Middle East, you know, and it was blazing hot. There's like surrounded by sand and stuff. And it's just like, bro, you seriously wearing that? Like, I know there's no really choice, but that sucks, man. Like, that really just sucks. That is all foam, huh? Okay. Can't tell what's foam and what's not. It's all just, there's so much silver. Cool. I don't think I need to paint anything inside here. It doesn't need to be painted because my leg is going to be in there. I already have a pair of tan pants that are already like cut up and have burn marks and paint marks and stuff on them because I just wore them to work a bunch. But I still don't have like a top that would look good for a welder's top. I originally had this, and it's camo, so it's wrong, but it was one of those, how to say it? It's like a compression shirt on like the vest part, but then it has like the patches and the fuzz and the Velcro you need to put patches on. And it's like the arms are, whatever. There's a word for it. There's a term. I cannot remember it all. The Captain America suit is just like it, where it's a black vest, and then on the outside it has all the arms with all the armor like padding and stuff. So there's something like that I thought looks pretty good. I want to do some test fittings with that, and we'll see. That's a silver on this boot. And I think just because we ran into so many silver problems with this boot, we're going to go ahead and look at the other boot and see how it's doing. See if I can walk away without freaking my headphones off my thing. All right, cool, yeah. Oh yeah, look at this guy. Look how weak that top part is. Look at how basic that is. Like the most basic interpretation of what that looked like is what I did. Wow, that barely got painted like at all. Crazy, crazy. I really should have looked at these earlier. Dude, already, if we ever like weld or whatever, it's inside a building, and welding during summer in a South Dakota summer, like not even a Florida summer, which is probably hell. I mean, I've only been to Florida during winter time, so it would like rain and it would be like 60 degrees or whatever. But in our winter, it's like negative whatever. So it's like, wow, this is beautiful. The idea of welding in Florida and already that intense heat and that humidity where you're just wet all the time, miss me with that. It sounds like it sucks. Yeah, say it like it is. That totally sounds like crap, dude. Ugh. Ugh. No, I couldn't imagine welding in something like that. It's not ideal conditions, that's for sure. This piece did not turn out as cool as I wanted it to when I made it the first time. Hey, we used all our silver, and we're gonna use even more silver because a lot of this did not get painted the way I wanted it to. Wow. Wow. Yeah, 1-800 not a fan. It's cool. That's stuck though. This piece fell off. That's okay. Doesn't really matter. We don't need that much Velcro, so it's fine. Inside of this does not need to be painted because no one will see the inside of it. It's just going to be like that. I really liked how beat up that leg looks. You can't really tell. It's beat up. It's beat up. Just believe me. Can't tell in the camera, but it totally is pretty beat up. Yeah, I really like the added support. So if you see this, I put a extra piece on the front toe there because the way these things are built, they're built like little boats and they're really weird. So passed out in the fall though. I mean, like that's what's getting me. And actually it is still really warm. In South Dakota, we're supposed to get snow this weekend, but it's really, really, really warm. Really warm right now. So yeah, for as far as fall goes, this is one of the warmest falls. And it really sucks because I like fall. So I wanted it to be like a cool 60, 55, 40, whatever, light breeze, something nice like that, nice jacket weather. And it's just like, nah, it's still like 75, 83, like whatever. It's still warm and it's too warm for fall. And this weekend, we're just going to hit you with snow. Because like, yeah, man, that's what I wanted. That's how I wanted my fall to go. Yeah, you're from Florida, I guess. I think they almost got snow one year. Or they might have actually gotten snow. I want to say. Maybe they never have. You live there. I don't know. I've only been there for Disney. Not ashamed to say that. Couldn't think of another reason to go to Florida. No offense. You got Disney World. Disney World's pretty awesome though. Like I honestly don't know what I would do if I lived in the same state as Disney World because I'd be like, got nothing going on this weekend. You want to go to Tomorrowland? You know, like it would just be like that. Because Disney World's awesome. Disney World's so freaking cool. Epcot, especially, hanging out at Epcot. What would be the worst park? It feels rude of me to say Animal Kingdom, but I really don't care about exotic animals that much. It might be. The Hollywood place wasn't that great when I went because it was before they added a bunch of Marvel stuff. And like obviously Star Wars was the best part, but besides Star Wars, there really wasn't anything else. So maybe the Hollywood Park. I don't want to say the Hollywood Park, but they had like their prop room and it was just like totally disorganized and it was like showing us a storage locker. Like it looked bad. And I was like, really? This is a Disney attraction right now? But it was for 1942 or whatever it was, Pearl Harbor. Yeah, it was for Pearl Harbor. And I was just like, this is the ride. Looking at all this old Pearl Harbor junk, I guess, was not super impressed. Yeah, 13-year-old me was not the most impressed with the Pearl Harbor joint they had going on. Star Wars Land was awesome. The Star Wars part was dope. Haven't been to Disney World. I would say instead of like going to other countries and wasting a trip to like something lame, you know, like Great Britain, Australia, or whatever, everybody who lives in the US should go to Disneyland or Disney World once in a lifetime. It's awesome. It's seriously so dope. Even if you don't like Disney, there's just so much more there to see than just Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, blah, 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 blah. Like Disney World's awesome. What? You can get it free? I can't believe you get over that quick. It is expensive. It's like it's like maybe $100, maybe more than $100 for a day pass. When we went, it was like $90 per person on a family thing. And I was like, dang, like it is expensive to just get inside. It totally is for more expensive food and novelty shops thrown in your face every 2 seconds. Like I could get it. I could see why you get sick of going if you live there. It's just like, you know, I was gonna compare it to something, but I love going to places in South Dakota. I could freaking go to Mount Rushmore like every month and I wouldn't get sick of it. This is only coming from a person who's only seen it like twice a year. I normally only see Mount Rushmore twice a year, but it's It is breathtaking. And there's literally nothing to do. It's just stare at Mount Rushmore. Like, that is all. I mean, they have a cafe and whatever, but I still freaking love Mount Rushmore. It's so awesome. All right. So you gotta like prove your family, or does he just like say, "This is my nephew, let him in"? Because I'm just saying, I really like Disney World, and it would be really cool to go again, especially go for free. I would honestly really like to work there. I know I hear all these horror stories of like people working there, but I'm normally a pretty positive guy, so I would honestly really like to, if I was ever doing like nothing, and I could just move to Florida for a year and just be like, I'm gonna try to get a job at Disneyland, which would be a terrible idea to uproot your entire life and just try to get a job at Disney World, especially if that fails. But it would be cool working at Disney. I think it would be really awesome. I would especially. I know you have to be a professional stuntman to be Indiana Jones, but like that was like my dream as a kid would be Indiana Jones. Because okay, that's another part of Hollywood, I guess. So actually, Hollywood is not as bad as I kind of thought. Maybe the Magic Kingdom is the worst one. I really don't know. Because even then, Magic Kingdom was still cool, but it probably had the least I cared about. Because I wasn't the biggest like Disney fan. I definitely liked Indiana Jones and Star Wars more. That's for sure. If I go to Florida States, that's dope. That would be actually really dope. When's the Florida? When you say Florida States, it makes me think of a state HeroClix tournament, but you might mean something else. But like that's all that comes to mind is the state HeroClix tournament, or college, I guess, Florida State College. What an idiot! I don't even need to paint that part. What am I doing? No one will literally see that. That's only work on what people will see. Cut down on how much time Ooh. Shouldn't have done that. I made a huge wrinkle in it. Looks bad. I mean, like, I don't know. I think Disneyland's dope. So, okay, you say ranch and hats. Like, I mean, I guess my hat's actually in my car. I have felt hats in the closet. I normally just prefer to wear the straw hat though, just because HeroClix events aren't nice enough to bring out the felt hat. Just in my opinion. No offense to HeroClix events. But even for Worlds, I really didn't feel like traveling with a felt hat. I just don't want to get smashed. Straw hat gets smashed, buy a new one. They're like 20, $50. It's whatever. Felt hat gets smashed. You can always reshape it, but there's some work to that. And I don't want to do all that extra work. No one likes Florida State University. That's fair. No one likes South Dakota State University. Sucks. A majority of South Dakota people go to South Dakota State University. A lot of people really like it, but there's, of course, two colleges, two universities, big ones, the University of South Dakota and South Dakota State University, and they have a blood rivalry. The majority of South Dakotans actually go to South Dakota State, but I just like saying whatever, make fun of them, because my mom also went there. Only losers go to South Dakota State. We have no pride. Like, as a family, we could literally care less we're not sports people. But there's all this, go Jacks, go Yotes. They're coyotes and jackrabbits. And no one cares. Popper's cool. I'm really having a tough time building for Popper right now. I built an EarthX team, which was kind of fun, but it was very ineffective against Nimrod. No matter what version, Nimrod's just tough to beat. So yeah, I think if I totally give up, I might just do like Nimrod 175 and then Onslaught at 125 and just give up and just be like, that's what I'm playing. It's not fun, it's not creative, it's not cool, but I really can't think of anything else to build that could work really well effectively. So that might just be what it is, which is really lame. Popper's cool though. I really do like Popper. I have to say I like Popper. I don't have to say I like Popper. If Anthony Barnstable or Chris Koschel are watching this, you guys know I love Popper. This is just me, my terrible sense of humor. He's got I'm gonna say I don't think WizKids will watch Liston. They of course also haven't announced their fall WKOs, which really bothers me. They need to. They really, really, really need to, because We don't know. I mean, I assume that we're going to have fall WKOs. And people are saying we aren't, but we have to have them. Like, there's no way we would skip them this year. And of course, maybe there is. I haven't been doing WKs that long. I don't think WizKids themselves will ever ban they won't ban him. They only ban figures they don't ban any figures actually. But they won't watch list Nimrod just because he won't actually affect the main 300 modern competitive meta. But Popper should definitely ban him. I think after states and we see, I'm willing to bet over half, at least over half, and that's a super safe bet because it probably will be more than over half. Over half of the Popper states winning teams will have Nimrod on them. I would say that confidently. Over half of the Popper state winning teams will have Nimrod on them. Some version of that. I think it was really stupid that they allowed danger room constructs. I know if you guys are watching this back, you're like, we put it to a vote. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I really hate the idea that we allowed those. It was really dumb. Just because they still have the rarity. Whether or not they're actually prime, whatever. Faust. Yeah, well, he didn't get banned. He just got early rotated. That's the thing about Faust. He's not banned. He's only banned in Rock events. I believe Rock has a pretty solid ban list, which is like kind of fair. I honestly think Super Scroll could get removed from that nowadays. Like his stats aren't what they used to be for 170 points. You know, even if he has pick 4 powers, whatever. He's still really good. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't think he's ban worthy anymore because like Unimind for 150 versus Super Scroll for 170. You know, just think about it like that. In a direct comparison, something like that. Do you really think they're worth it? And I guess Unimind is 150 plus whatever's. All right, cool. I think we're gonna do that. The rest of it's not bad. Wah, wah. But yeah, Felix Faust was never banned. He was just really rotated. But I'm not excited. I'm half excited and not excited for HeroClix this week. We always have Felix Faust banned. Like no matter what, it always says Golden Age, whatever, banned Felix Faust. This week, this Friday, we are doing Golden Age Yeetum Boy is the name of the event, which is nothing is banned. Nothing is pre-errata though. If it was pre-errata, then it would really get insane. But we literally all talked about it last week because some kids wanted to play Faust because they somehow found them in their collection. And these kids are like 12, 13 or whatever. And now we're all playing, everybody's going to plan to play Faust. I really don't want to. I'm not going to play Faust. I will never be that person. I might play Copycat. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Sucks to suck. But yeah. I'm really not looking forward to it because it's all just going to be Felix Faust everywhere on the board. It's going to really suck. It's going to just, And I never had to play against Felix Faust, and I was really happy about that. I've never played against him until yesterday when I test played with this other kid. Like literally, we were doing no point value. Choose any 4 figures, no point value. They had to be not bigger than a peanut base. And one of his 4 figures, you know, I had like 300 point person, another 300 point person, like whatever. Oh yeah, I mean, with a team that bad though, Secret Society is like supervillains. It's just literally, I guess I don't know what they are, but it's a DC keyword, which means it's probably pretty rough in spots. Look at how bad of a job I did sanding this. Oh my gosh, who the hell made this armor? He sucks at this. Wow. I can't believe this is my handiwork from however long ago. Ah, good Lord. Wow. Just wow. It's so bad. Like, oh my gosh. Looking at this 2 years in the future and seeing all the mistakes I made is a real eye-opener for how much I've grown. But like, wow, this is some garbage work. It's like literally so bad. It's so bad it hurts to look at. All right, let's do the fun part. Let this be over there, that be over there. this over there, and then this guy. And we're just gonna do this really quick. We're probably just gonna do this bottom part, but we're gonna just start weathering because it's really bothering me that we haven't weathered yet, and we're just doing all these little touch-ups on paint because of how messed up it got. So, weathering time. Now, when we weather, normally we just do black for all things, but that's because, these boots are near the ground, and even though the ground is just sand, add our dark first, then we'll add our light. I think we're actually supposed to add our light first and then our dark. I think it's actually the way we're supposed to do it, but here we are. I really don't like the way this color is. This chocolate? It's chocolate bar. Ugh. I do not like the way chocolate bar looks. Not a fan. It's 99 cents for these paints. You think I would go out and buy one, but I forget every time. And I don't think I have any other kind of brown. I honestly might do this. This is a really light color though, but it's sand. Like, he's surrounded by sand. So I'm gonna have to see. Like, sand doesn't leave residue though. It either gets in, okay, that was the wrong thing. Sand does leave residue, but it doesn't leave like the way mud is like caked on. It just gets in there and it's more grainy, and it's a harder thing to paint on than it is to just actually experience. So, and also I don't have much experience with sand at all. So I don't know. We're just gonna cover it in paint and see what happens. Where is my mixing stick, for goodness sake? I'm looking for my Mixius sticklick. Speaking of another character who's not very fun to play against, is Mixius sticklick. All right, there we go. Are we gonna need more black? Or are we gonna need more brown? Here's the magical. I think it actually looks fine right now, I guess. I guess it's fine. Totally looks chocolate bar brownish though. You should feel bad for playing Felix Faust though in any capacity. Just saying, you should feel bad for playing Felix Faust in any capacity. Sand in your butt crack is horrible. Ew. I mean, like, I was here last week. You just didn't tune in, man. We're gonna start calling shade. I'm gonna throw shade. Just saying, bro. Yeah, no. Yeah. It's been a really slow burn of being off and on and not on and doing it and not doing it. And I just really want to get it done. I really just want to get this done. Oh, dude, I would never cosplay Felix Faust. He's weird and bald. Ugh. What kind of weirdo is bald, knowing this? Because I know he's watching. What kind of weirdo is bald? Especially by choice. Got him. Boom. Love you, Uncle Ryan. All right. How does that look? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like it a lot. Oh, yeah. We definitely, oh, man. This is going to look so dope. Where's my little piece of paper towel? Dang it. Come on, I need that. I needed that, man. Oh, do I have a napkin? I really need just a little smidge bit of paper towel. I totally had a roll around here somewhere. It is good to see you again too, Daniel. It's good to tune in. It's good to have you, brother. It's awesome. It's good to, I really want this stupid paper towel. Found a napkin, and that is why you don't clean. You just let stuff accumulate. There you go. That was looking a little too dark for my taste. All right, awesome. That's great. Mystique cosplaying Calder. There is actually really good Mystique cosplay though. If you've never seen it, it's the half soldier, half whatever Mystique. I'm gonna do upward strokes like this, like it's stuff getting in it. So I don't think that looks so cool. That looks so cool. In my opinion, it looks cool. That's so dope. Oh man, look at that. That's neat. This is my favorite part of any costume at all, is the weathering. This is so much fun. Oh goodness. Put the paint on the brush. Try to work off as much paint as possible. That is way too dark, and that's just why we have this thing. And then even if it's dark, we can just move it to the side. Make it all look lighter. I like that a lot. I stay off the dope. Trust me, no drugs here. I never do any dope. Reed Richards. I would agree, but I think Reed Richards is an absolute piece of scum human being, and I really hate Reed Richards. As in any universe, I hate Reed Richards so much. Except for maybe super early Reed Richards, where he wasn't such a, I don't even know. I'm trying to give a nice word besides douchebag, but Reed Richards is such a douche canoe. I hate him. I heavily dislike Reed Richards. That's the only reason I'll never be him. That is why Dare. I know why Dare was invented. Come on, 1980 something. It was 1980 something in the world that I grew up in. Have some hairdo days. No, I can't remember the words of the song. Fake country fan. Can't remember the words in 1980 something. It was 1980 something in the world that I grew up in. Something like hairdo days. Yeah, I feel really bad. Need to turn the country up in my. Oh, looks neat. Yeah, I did say it's dope. Sorry. Wow. Okay, that's what we're going back to. You think I remember what I say half the time? 90% of the time, I do not. I will use different adjectives in the future. I will not use the word dope. Excuse me. Kind of keep these the upward strokes here. Don't like how dark that looked. And then just here on the back, we're just gonna add some to it. Cool. Oh, was he really? Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for saying that. Yeah. Won't tell mom, but cool. I want the silence to be awkward. If the silence is awkward, I want it to be because it deserves to be because it was awkward as hell. That really sucks that he was terrible live, though. I really don't like concerts. I'll say that on any platform. I'm not a music person. I like listening to it in the car while I'm working. And I don't understand why you would show up just to stand around and listen to it. I mean, I really don't get it. Like, Black Around was great. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And like 90% of the world will disagree with me on like concerts are amazing, but I'm just like I could be doing. To me, music is more of a passive thing and not the main thing, you know. Like in the tractor, gotta listen to music. Nothing else to do. Listen to music. You know, that's how I was. I mean, that's how probably everybody was mostly born and raised, I guess. When you're doing whatever, you listen to music. But I don't know why you would ever go to a concert just to stand around and listen to music. Why not listen to music while you're doing something else? Now, if the person is amazing live, like they're an actual like entertainer and they're like really funny or whatever, you know, Dude, but Garth Brooks is so dope. Like, let's be real. Garth Brooks is awesome. Like, freaking love him. But yeah. Like, I mean, I saw Journey live, and I was like, that's cool, I guess. This is not dry under here. And that's why I was getting silver all over me. Wow. That is just like not numbers I could comprehend. 3,000. Holy smokes. That is so dope. I keep putting my finger under there and it keeps getting silver. Yo, what's up? I'm live. What's up? Nope, don't know yet. Love you too. Bye. That was my mother. I'm allowed to say I love you on the phone. Because that's my mommy. And I keep putting my freaking thumb on the silver part. Wow. Put your hand up here if you want control of your piece. Jeez. Goodness gracious, gosh. That is just so bad. We don't need really any weathering on the inside. I want to make sure there's weathering on the top though. Because it was getting a little heavy there for a while. We're going to try to make it lighter. Like this. Yeah, right on. No, Garth Brooks is awesome. I really like the way that looks. This paint right here looks good. I know I thought I was just going to do this bit, but you might just end up doing all of it. That's cool though. Probably not the crazy with the detail brush. You need to grab anything that's not the main silver bits. I knew there was silver under there, and I still put my thumb there. I thought about it, and I still did it. Still did the wrong part. I want it to look dirtier around the bottom. Won't wipe any of that away. I just want it to look dirtier. Yeah, that looks cool. Just realized there's no paint on this. Let's keep looking. I mean, that is way before. You're not wrong. I don't think you'll win South Dakota State's, and even if you did, it doesn't really matter. I might not even show up for South Dakota State tournament this year for Popper, just because it falls on my birthday weekend, and I might be doing something. And I don't know what it's going to be or what we might do, but either way, I might not be in South Dakota for it. So yeah, no. Like you would have a great shot at winning South Dakota State. It's not because I'm not there, but just because I assume most people are pretty good players. So that was cool. I like the way that looks. I like the way how it's dirty. I'll look at it in the camera here. That looks nice. It's gonna autofocus. This side is definitely more roughed up, for sure. It's already dry. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I think I'm doing. All right, let's get this top bit. All right, that right there is too much paint. There we go. Once again, too much paint. I still want to be able to tell that it's silver underneath. And then this side is going to go like this. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks cool. It's looking a little painted on, not as natural as I want it to. Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play you a violin on the let me play you a sad song, the world's smallest violin, Uncle Ryan. But no, I didn't say birthday week, I said birthday weekend. And you know my sister. She's in charge. So I just do what she wants to do. Yeah. And our birthday's on a Monday. So the reason I'm saying birthday weekend is because whether or not we actually celebrate it the entire weekend or the entire day or whatever, we'll probably have to do something on the weekend and not the actual day of. I'm not saying we get a party and do our whole birthday the entire time. I'm just saying that because of the way it's placed this year, it's whatever. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for talking about the work here. I really like that. I do like it. I think I'm going to finish up here. I don't think I'm going to add too much to it. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is because I think it looks pretty neat. Need to make sure. I need to stand up. Make sure I get the top part here. I don't want to neglect that just because of the way I'm sitting. That's cool. All right, that should be all the bits that anyone would see if they were just walking around. And I think that is probably going to be where we're going to call it for tonight, just looking at it right now and checking it out. Dude, playing Montana all year round is like, I wouldn't say it's a solid plan, but I would say it's a very respectable one, I would say. Because Montana, you got to have multiple Montanas. Devil went down to Georgia. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind. He was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. Traveled across this young boy's soul on a fiddle. He was playing it hot. The devil jumped up on a hickory stump and he said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I bet you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take it there, I'll make a bet with you. Play a pretty good fiddle, son, but give the devil his due. I bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, because I think I'm better than you." Are you really gonna call it Obadiah Stane? Really? Is that really what it's gonna be? Yeah? Really? You're gonna hit me with that disrespect? All right. Yeah, not cool, dude. Not cool. Not cool at all. Obadiah Stane. Obadiah Stane. Get out of here. Obadiah Stane had a league of scientists trying to figure out arc reactor energy. I built this in a cave with a box of scraps. All right. That is seriously like the one quote that has been keeping this cosplay going, and me not like stopping and everything. It's the whole, hey, Tony Stark built this in like a week or two with a box of scraps. I can build this in 3 years with foam, And he made it like guns and stuff. And obviously I'm not a genius level engineer that Tony Stark is, but close enough. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there the way it is right now. And we're gonna give it a moment to dry before we add our protective coating of whatever for it. It might have been pile. Can't remember if it's box or pile scraps. Good question. Not a question, but a statement, I guess. But yeah, I think that's. I don't really want to say that's it yet, because we're gonna go in with the. We have to, as I'm talking, like completely out of whatever. That's not going to be quite it yet. I can see some places that need a little bit of work, some places that need to have the smaller brush go in, and then the whole wipe away technique, add a bunch of paint, wipe it away, you know, in certain pinpointed areas. So I think we're going to call it for tonight. And I think we're just going to keep working on it this week and see how far we go. Thank you, everybody that popped in the live stream. Thank you for sticking around, and just really appreciate it. Thank you for somehow finding entertainment in me rambling while I paint. Remember, try to tune in. We're trying to do this every Wednesday. I might not, though. That's just the way it is. So with that, happy trails.